Hey everyone, this is Josh. I just want to do a quick unboxing video of the new Samsung Galaxy Book Ion. This is a challenge to record this, but we're going to make it happen here. Get everything undone. Okay, here we go. This is it. It's beautiful. Came just like this. This is the 15-inch Galaxy Book Ion. It's the American version. Oy. Wow, that smells good. Cool. Okay, how can I lift this open? Wow, this is very nice. Wow, that's really thin. Cool. So, in this American version, we have at the bottom the wall charger here. So it looks like, let's see if I can get the specs in focus there of this thing, because I know I was curious about these things when I was looking for this. So I don't know what 19 times 3.42, that's how many kilowatts this thing charges at. And of course, actually my hands are black because of the wrapper, so actually I'm going to wash my hands before I do any more of this, because that's gross. Okay, I added a few things here. You can see I'm kind of a Samsung fanboy. I have the Tab S4, I have the Active 2 watch. Got for free from my cell phone provider, which is great. I've always been a fan of Samsung, and here's the latest device. So where I was before was looking at the wall charger. This is a 65-watt charger. So it looks like this. So I know, like right now, there's no reviews at all of the American version. And there's really not even any like professional reviews out there. It seems like there's all just amateur reviews. This device is so new, and a lot of people like Linus Tech Tips, Mobile Tech Review, MKBHD, you know, all those big guys, they don't have their devices yet. And so really there's no information out there as far as the American version. So like I was researching so much, and I was so upset that, you know, well, not so upset, but you know, you just can't find any version, any information on the American version, which apparently is different from the Asian version, from the Korean and Hong Kong one. The American version, I guess, is the only one where you, or I guess any of the countries outside Asia, they don't get to choose, you know, the processor if they want to have the MX250 graphics card. But the American version, you do not get that in any of them. So I got the 15-inch, and that still allows me to upgrade the solid state drive and the RAM, which I got right there, so I'm ready to upgrade it. Yeah, so hopefully that'll make up a little bit for not having a graphics card. I'm not planning on really gaming like crazy, maybe some light video editing. I'll do a separate video of the install, hopefully that goes well, but I got this 16 gigabytes and of RAM and 1 terabyte SSD. But yeah, okay, so let's look at this thing. Again, this is the 15-inch model, and if I could figure out how to open it, that'd be great. So one thing you could tell on the 15-inch model is that, I know just from my own research, is that the back vents, there's 2 vents in the back, I know, and this looks amazing. Well, it's kind of decent size, decent weight, but it still looks really, really good in person. There's the blue lining right there. And That looks really nice. It's kind of a unique thing. I'm not super familiar with laptops. I normally don't have laptops, but I need it now. And yeah, so let's see if I can put this on something. Or you know what, we're just going to make it nice like that. Ooh, amateur video right here, amateur hour. Yeah, it's decently sized there. Let's, I guess you can look at the ports. And again, this is the American version, which I guess everything is basically the same with the other versions, except it doesn't have the graphics card. And you only get one processor, the i7. I think it's the Intel i7 10510U. So it's the 10th generation underpowered, you know, laptop version. But yeah, we've still got the ports, USB ports, and the SD, micro SD port, which is pretty common on Samsung devices. And you got the HDMI, the Thunderbolt 3, and you can see that if it would focus. I'm using the Galaxy S8 Plus right now, one-handed, and yeah, the phone still does well, but obviously focusing can be a problem, I guess. Wow, this is really hard to do one-handed. There you go. So kind of, sort of. So it looks like you have your plug. That's a really small plug for the 65-watt adapter. You got the HDMI, that's really small, the Thunderbolt 3, and looks like a 3.5 millimeter, is that what it is? Headphone jack. That's great. Speakers. Got the two lines right there for the fan. And let's open this thing up together. Wow, I can open it up one hand. I guess that's a thing. All the big laptop reviewer people talk about it. And wow. Okay, so I was really thinking, like, you know, maybe the 15 inch is too big, and maybe it's too big for some people. But for me, this looks amazing. So I'll cover that up. Yeah, so here's the keyboard. This looks awesome. This looks beautiful. I guess those are lights right there or something. And so this is what we see on the American version. i7 10th gen. And pretty decent trackpad. I know I was thinking about, read some reviewers saying, oh, the trackpad is off center in this one, so it's uncomfortable. But this, just to me in person, this looks fine. I mean, this just looks so flat. You know, I think I'm gonna be a happy customer with this. Wow, and look at that. It looks amazing. So that's cool. So how do we turn this thing on? Looks like got a little button right here. I'll hold it. I felt it shake. Is that what I wonder if I have to plug it in? Okay, it's not turning on, so I guess I'm just gonna have to plug it in, charge it up, and I'll be right back. So rather than have all the fun for myself and see what it's like charging for the first time, I figured I'd do it with you guys too. So I plugged it in, and I noticed that this light comes on. That's pretty cool. This is a really small plug. I'm actually amazed. The last laptop I had was 10 years ago. I can't even remember the model, but this is just impressive. Okay, so I plugged it in. And one thing I noticed just for a second is that this does seem to have some kind of magnetic, like very soft magnetic pull, like a little bit. So you just kind of get, just like pull it just a little bit and it kind of snaps a little bit as if it were magnetic. So, okay, there's me. So we get this status light, I guess, for charging. It's red. Maybe it doesn't come out so well in the camera. But wow, first impressions. I mean, this thing is small. Here's my finger, first knuckle right there. I mean, this thing is really light. So far, I think I really like the 15-inch. I haven't even turned it on yet. I was worried it would be too big, but because these bezels are just so small, I'm actually amazed. Here, okay, so let's turn this on. Wow, the keyboard lights up. That is beautiful. That's a really nice screen. I'm looking forward to seeing how this QLED screen looks. You know, I was thinking of getting a 4K laptop, the Asus 534 FTC. It was like same price range, $1,200, and it does 4K. And I was thinking, wow, that might be great. But actually, on this, considering how great the battery life is, this I would not notice, even on a 15-inch. I don't think. I mean, this looks really sharp. I know my camera doesn't do it justice.
Hi there, I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help.
Yeah, no thank you.
A little sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan to do. Use your voice or the keyboard along the way.
Oh man,
if you'd like me to stay
this is
quiet,
annoying.
just select the little microphone icon towards the bottom of your screen.
Microphone.
If you need...
There you go, there you go. Great. Okay, you're gonna have to press the microphone icon. Hear the fans a little bit. Yep, US. Skip. And we're going to try logging into Wi-Fi real quick. Okay, I'm moving this thing around a lot, but okay, I finally set it up on here. And one thing I noticed when I brought it from the other side of the room is that the keyboard lit up, which indicates to me that there's like some kind of sensor, light sensor, and they can adjust that. I'm going to go ahead and finish signing up here with Microsoft, and then we'll look at the home screen. Okay, had to do the login for Microsoft, and now I did that. I did the two-factor authorization, and now it's asking me to do my fingerprint. Oops, I should probably do setup first. And of course this thing does not want to focus. I don't know why. Here we go, so I'm going to touch it. And so if you've ever used a fingerprint thing on your phone, it's going to be like the same thing. It takes a little while, a few tries. Now try another angle. The edges. Man, I'm really sorry, you guys. This is really blurry. I don't know why. I'll try another angle next. Now set up a pin. Let's create a pin. Okay, let me type that in. Okay. Do more across devices. I gotta say, okay, let me do, my phone real quick. And I guess it's gonna send me a text message. So let's see here. Back up my files with OneDrive. It shows. Great, Microsoft, got it. Digital Assistant. Okay. Privacy. Turn off location. I don't care about speech recognition. I don't want advertising. I don't want personalized stuff. Really, so for me, I'm just having find my device on, accept. There's Cortana. Wow, so I gotta say, so while this is setting up, my wife is coming from a 2015 MacBook she got from my brother, and the first thing she noticed right away with this is that this is kind of like a plastic type thing, not fully plastic. I guess it's magnesium from what I've heard online. And I understand the trade-off is that it's lighter, but it also doesn't feel as, you know, sturdy as the MacBook. But again, it's probably lighter, I imagine, than the latest MacBooks that are metal. But, you know, I'm happy, you know. I mean, we'll see how it goes when I use it, when we travel around. If you're rough with your devices, you might want something more sturdy, but I'm sure this is fine, actually. It's not that bad. I'm being overly critical here. I love it. I love the way this feels. This is fine. And you hear the fans kicking up a little bit. One thing I was reading a lot about is this, as you push the display back, it kind of lifts up. And yeah, it might be hard to see, but that's what you get. Yeah, that looks really cool though. Wow, here we go. That is nice. Okay, honestly, I was thinking that a 1080 screen would be not good on this size, because I'm actually coming from a 4K monitor on my desktop that I'm selling, actually. You know, and that money's going to go towards this. So I'm used to a 27-inch or 24 inch 4K monitor. I mean, literally, I was using it a few hours ago. And going right here to this on this 15-inch, this looks amazing. I mean, it's bright. Actually, I'm going to need to turn the brightness down. I don't know how to do that. Maybe some of the F keys here. You kind of hear the fans going. It's just kind of a nice little breeze. Not sure if you can hear that, but I mean, this, I could seriously see myself doing, I mean, good work on this. This is really bright. Wow, it transferred my background from my other computer. That's really cool. Let's go to settings here. Wow, I gotta say, when that thing just went red, I mean, this is really a nice screen. I'm actually very, very impressed. This looks really cool. Let's see, update. Oh, of course, yeah, we're getting all the updates right now. Great. So that's what we can expect here. And as I've heard from other reviews, is when it's setting up, you can really hear the fans going pretty loud. But I guess later it'll be better. Wow, I'm actually really impressed. I love Samsung. They're great. I've never had a Samsung laptop before. I did have a Tab S4 though. I'm gonna do Control-Alt-Delete. We're gonna do our task manager, and this thing is so light, I cannot just express that enough, just like how light this thing feels. I mean, this is not heavy at all. I mean, laptops I'm used to are just bulky. I've never had a Mac. I know those are pretty thin as well, but I mean, this is definitely an Ultrabook. I mean, this is really thin and really light too. I mean, that's impressive. I can't wait to hear what other reviewers say about this thing. So I've been curious to see this. So I'm plugged in right now, obviously. And so there it is. It's our latest 10th gen i7 10510U CPU, 1.8. So you can see how that's going right now. And so this thing comes with 8 gigabytes RAM. I bought for just $60 an extra 16 gigabyte RAM off Amazon. The brand is Corsair. I've seen other people do it, and you know, online they said it worked. One thing though, having not done this yet, but one thing I noticed, there was somebody else on YouTube who they installed another RAM, and you can see it. you can do another RAM here, RAM stick. They put the wrong speed. So right out of the box, this is confirming that the speed is 2,667 megahertz. So that's the exact one I got. There's 2 slots, only one is used. And so it's installing all the updates right now. So I guess that's why it's taking up so much. But we've got our Intel UHD graphics, and actually, so I was worried, actually considering, shoot, should I get this laptop? Because I do maybe like doing light gaming every once in a while, and like Cities Skylines. I'm a huge fan of that game. And so I'm worried about not having another a dedicated graphics card in here. It's a laptop, so it's not going to be powerful anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. And you could always do an external GPU, really expensive though. But I think for work it'll be fine, and I'm going to do some tests in a little bit just to see how it is. But yeah, there we go. We got the internal graphics, Intel UHD graphics. You know, I mean, I'm going to be getting the PS5 for the Series X, and so that's going to be where the main gaming is. This is mainly for school and some work and some things like that. So there we go. So we got like I guess shared GPU memory. So yeah, it doesn't have its own memory, and so that's I'm assuming that's, you know, a great reason to upgrade, because on the American version of the Galaxy Book Ion, it does not come with a dedicated graphics card, or I guess it's called discrete graphics card or something like that. But because it doesn't have that, it uses the RAM more. It doesn't have its own dedicated RAM. So actually, to prepare for this, to see how it would go, I disabled my GTX 970 on my desktop just to see how it would run. You know, I've never had a computer where it's only the CPU, to the best of my memory. So, but yeah, I mean, this looks really cool. I'm going to be downloading Steam just to see how it goes. I'm going to do Vegas Pro, and yeah, I gotta say, I mean, this screen, I know I'm kind of rambling on here, but if you are interested in this device, there's really no one else you can listen to really about the American version of this in English. There's like 1 or 2 other people that have this, that have uploaded videos. I gotta tell you, this screen looks amazing, and when you look in, the bezels are just incredible. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a 15-inch screen, because you know, the bezels are so thin, and I'm used to laptops that are pretty big and heavy, and the fact that it's this thin, just, I mean, it just looks incredible. So actually, I'm going to change this to having best performance. So out of the box, it was like probably what, 25%. Probably be doing some battery tests later. Yeah, this is your full Windows. Obviously, looks really good. Looks really, really crisp. Yeah, so actually, I'll be later upgrading the SSD, which, let's see how it is now. It's always nice starting a new computer with nothing on it, nice and clean. So out of the box, your hard drive will get 461 gigs usable on this hard drive, which I guess is I mean, obviously it's an SSD. Man, the finger pad, touch pad is really, really slick. There you go, that's the Intel. So you can see it's the Intel SSD. This thing smells really nice too. This is really bright, actually. This is searing my eyes, and this is just right out of the box. I haven't even adjusted anything yet. So how do we do brightness? I am dumb. I am so dumb. I don't know how to do the brightness. Maybe F key. Oh, that's keyboard brightness. Yeah, why not have that thing up? Can we do... Oh, that's to make it go down. Oh, the outdoor mode off. Okay, it's still bright. F key, and then there we go, F2. This panel looks so just like slick and reflective. I mean, I'm not trying it out. I haven't tried it outside yet, but it almost looks like as if it were a touchscreen. You know, those really nice ones. I mean, this is the latest and greatest. I mean, this thing looks amazing. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please comment, and I will answer them. I know I was really curious about how this thing is, because of course you can't really walk into a Best Buy and just try this. You know, it's kind of a little more of a hassle. You kind of got to just take a leap of faith right now with everything that's going on. You can't really go to a Target and look at this, you know, play around with it, and there's no reviews. So hopefully I can be of some help to some people. Yeah, so it hasn't even finished installing everything. I guess I'll do Geekbench later. I'll do some more tests and I'll come back, but I think I will install the solid state and more RAM, and we'll see how that goes. Still got some more install to do. So this is an example of using Sony Vegas Pro's screen capture, and it seems to run a lot slower than using Windows G, the Xbox Game Bar, to screen capture. But for whatever reason, that version didn't capture the whole screen. It only captured one application. So this is an example of just how laggy it gets when you're running Vegas Pro and you are doing the full screen capture. It does slow it down quite a bit. Anyway, this is the end of, I guess, part 1. I will upgrade the RAM and the memory a little bit later. But yeah, thanks for watching. This is, by the way, the microphone on the laptop itself, just so you got it. There you go. Thanks for watching.